To begin this video, I want to say two things. The first is that I hope you're doing well. In the midst of all of the chaos and confusion with COVID-19, I hope that you and your family are staying safe, sane, and healthy. It looks like there's maybe 30 more days of this before we can try and go back to normal, but who really knows? But in the midst of all of that, I really hope that you are doing well. The second thing I want to say is this video is not sponsored in any way. I am going to be talking about an online service, but I am in no way being paid by them, and they're providing 30 days for free. So you don't even need to pay for the first 30 days, hopefully until Corona passes, and then we can all go back to our regular lives. And that service is Scribd. They are an online e-reader, and they've got a ton of audiobooks, and you can download an app to either your phone or tablet or read it on the laptop, and it's phenomenal. I really love it. But today, I want to share 5 books that you can be reading or listening to on Scribe. Recently, I've been reading The Power of Habit by Charles Duhigg, and it's been so amazing to be able to learn and realize how it is that I even developed the habit to read. It's not something I planned on doing, it's just something that happened. So by reading this book, I've been very fortunate to be able to go, oh my goodness, this is why I love books. This is why I've been able to develop the habit of reading. So here are 5 books that I think that you and your family would really enjoy during this chaos and confusion. The first book is so important. I can't recommend it enough to everybody, and that's Why We Sleep by Dr. Matthew Walker. It is a phenomenal overview of sleep and how important it is. It's such an entertaining book. Dr. Matthew Walker has studied sleep for I think 23 years. He's such an intelligent man. But not only is he smart and he makes you feel smart by reading his book, he's funny and he's very inviting. So while this might be very academic, he is able to explain information in a way that's so accessible to the reader. And while the information is very interesting, it's also super convicting. Like I was reading this book and I'm thinking, oh my goodness, I can't believe that I didn't realize all of these health benefits to sleep and all of these negative attributes of a lack of sleep. It's really crazy. It's really amazing. I definitely recommend you check out Why We Sleep by Dr. Matthew Walker. The second book is The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien. I love it. I think that it's my favorite book in the entire Lord of the Rings series. I think that it's so easy to digest and to read, especially in contrast to some of the lore and the deep mythology in some of the other books. It's an adventure book really designed for everybody, and you could both listen to it and read it through Scribd. My third recommendation is Crime and Punishment by Fyodor Dostoevsky. I said that weird. Fyodor Dostoevsky. Regardless, Crime and Punishment is a phenomenal book. It's a classic that I definitely recommend that everyone read, but the only detriment to the book is it's long. It's really long. I think I have it. Let's see how many pages. I guess it's about 600 pages. It's a big book. Okay, it's a big one. But it's definitely worth reading. The way that Dostoevsky really expands on and really tries to dissect what it means to be human and what it means to be a moral person is just so intricate in this book. There's definitely a lot to think about after reading a book as dense and deep as Crime and Punishment. So that's definitely a huge recommendation. And the beautiful thing about Scribd is you can listen to it. So I think it takes I think the audiobooks are 24 to 25 hours. So again, it's a long one, but again, you're gonna have 30 days for free. So you'll probably be able to squeeze that in there. The fourth book that I'm gonna recommend is not nearly as long as Crime and Punishment, but it might be as dense, and that's St. Augustine's Confessions, or St. Augustine, depending on how you want to pronounce it. And I can't recommend Confessions enough because it's really his reflection over his entire life, from before he was born and before he can even remember, to how he expects life in the universe will be after he dies. And it's such an interesting reflection from a man who impacted the Western world in such a significant way almost 1700 years ago. When creating this list, it was really difficult to come up with 5 books. There are so many books on Scribe. They've got Stephen King, they've got Neil Gaiman, they've got Agatha Christie, but the 5th book that I want to recommend to you during this very unique time is Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins. Now, they don't have an audiobook version of this, but David Goggins is an incredible human being. He's superhuman. He is on a whole nother level, and I don't want to rob his story from you, so definitely read his book, listen to his life. It's such an incredible journey. And really, that's what we all are on right now. We are on a very, very incredible journey. It's unique, it's very scary, but I just want to encourage you in this time to either listen to a book or to read something that you're going to be able to reflect on later. So please let me know what you end up finding on Scribe. They've got so many books on there, and I'd love to hear what it is that you're reading or listening to. Hopefully soon I will finish The Power of Habit and be able to articulate very, very well how it is I was able to develop a habit of reading, because I really didn't read before a year ago. And so I'm very interested in understanding more how it is that I developed that habit and have been able to read over 100 books in a very short amount of time. But in the meantime, I love you, peace, God bless you, and I hope that you're doing really well. I'll see you in the next one.